Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of our little Let's Play series. Now, in the last episode I built that guy and that guy. Oh, well, actually no, I built this guy today and I built that guy like a week ago. Oh no, honestly, the sneakiness behind the world of editing. I made it seem like I did those things right next to each other. They were like a week apart. Anyway, we are now in the business of building something new. So last episode, I think it was, I said something about building a little house on the river with a little dock on it, and I think that's a lovely idea. So I didn't record it or I didn't include it in the video, but I destroyed that little bridge over there and I took down the house and the fences here. So I just, primed the area a bit before using it to build. Also, this guy's in my house. I forgot to mention that. Oh, I did show it off in my last video, but there's my map. And here's my little cartographer with his map. He can be like the little maintainer of the map. I think it looks cool. It needs updating, actually, with the new iron farm. There it is. It looks kind of goofy. But yes, we're going to build something pretty much there. So let's get to it. I think it'll be fun. Like, it'll be a fun thing to do. This little port. Not port, this little fishing hut. It'll add some character to the world. Let's prime up this spot to build a house on it. We will be going for a different vibe. Actually, for that guy there, I debated putting a roof on it. Because it looks very, very cube and rectangular like very much like a cuboid. Anyway, we need to go to a forest first because we need to, well, obviously get some wood. We probably also need to go get some cobblestone as well. We have a bit, it's not a lot, but the forest is more important right now because we have pretty much no wood. The iron golem's still about. That's always a nice sign. He's probably wondering where all the villagers went to. He's probably like, what? Why did everyone leave without me? Do they not love me? Don't worry, bro. I love you. Oh, dang, there's... I don't even know why there's an oak log up here. That's really weird. Some nerd is going to say, it's for structural support. Obviously, but we don't need that in Minecraft. Now remember, we're sticking to an oak and stone kind of vibe for all of our builds because we're in an oak biome. If you're curious as to how I'm actually going to build this little thing, this little village hut, this little fishing hut, I have no idea. I've not planned anything. I don't plan builds. I just build. That's what separates me from you. I go with the flow. Well, it's now getting dark, so I should probably head back to base. Where's my house? How do I get back to base? Let's see. It's this way, I think. Somehow, I'm still trying to get my bearings in this world. What is this, bro? Why is bro so dripped? Why are they attacking him? Anyway, milk for 2 emeralds is pretty good. Yo! Why is he killing his master? Right, anyway. He does name tags and nautilus. Okay, so actually, if you couldn't make... Oh, he does gunpowder. Hello! I want him. No, because this guy's actually really good. Oh, what? He gives me 2. What the flip? He gives me name tags, I guess. I can just make them, though. It's no stress. Nautilus shells are probably quite good, actually. But I don't plan on needing a conduit anytime soon. Anyway, I'll put 17 gunpowder. That's not bad, actually. Oh. Hello. Right. Okie dokie. I'll take that and that for the rough outline first. So... is it going to be raised up off the ground, maybe? I don't know. But let's see. What have we got to work with natural landscape-wise? So we could build it here on this little peninsula. And then that would allow it to be, jutting out into the into the river. Yeah, I think we'll build on the peninsula. And at least that will limit the size of it so we don't get too carried away. I think something like that. I want it to be maybe on these sides of the peninsula. I want it to be, taking up the space. And maybe going back to around here. Like that. I don't know. I don't want it to be too cube-like like this, but I don't want it to be too long like that either. Maybe we push it back by 1. These 2 here, push them back a bit. And then that will hopefully give it some nice length. Yeah. And then we can do cobblestone, but I don't want to do the cobble like that. I think that needs changing. It needs updating. It doesn't look very good. But I want something like this. I want it jutting out. I was going to do this sort of design, by the way, on the iron farm. But that's going to be like really expensive to do and doesn't look massively fun. Anyway, so we've got something like this going, and if we make it, we don't want it to be cramped on the inside, but we don't want it to be just flat to look at. Okay, and how does that look then? Is it really cube-like? I don't know, it looks really flat, so I'm going to push it back a bit. Okay, not that far, maybe there. Because like I said, I don't want it to be flat. I want it to be worthy of being called a fishing hut. Loki, do you think I should destroy this bit and just turn it into like more of being a port? I want to make it... because this is a very square game, I want it to curve a bit, maybe. Is that too much? Is that too adventurous to want the curve to happen? This might be a bit adventurous. We'll see. I need dirt. I need my building block. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, maybe. I think it will look unique at least. Ooh, I've got a good idea. We just have it keep going up and up, and then it will hook up to there at whatever height it hooks up at. Okay, this might be a bit adventurous, but it's unique. That looks fine, maybe? Anyway, if we have something like that going on. Like, I don't like the top, it's too blocky, considering I've been going for a slanted sort of vibe. See, this is what I'm just making it up as I go along, but I think there's a sort of coolness in that. Yeah, something like that. Because, sure, I could use Litematica and just get the best designs there are. And, you know, it's like, oh my god, that's so cool, his base is awesome. But then it's also kind of like, it's not his base. I mean, it sounds a bit presumptuous and maybe a bit snobbish to think that. But in a way, it's no longer your base, is it? If you're, you know, always using someone else's schematics. Okay, we're going to need way more slabs than I first thought then. Alright, why is everyone visiting? We have a villager there, a wandering trader there, iron golems there, a villager there in my house. Many villagers there and there. Okay, so that looks... Ooh. No. I am not a fan of that, actually. It's doing too much. Yeah, it's screaming too much at me. It doesn't know what it wants to be. So basically, everything we just broke, we're putting back. Don't know why I was making those noises. I think we need to fill in the rest of the cobble, and then we'll see how many rooms we get out of it. Alright, good job I've got torches on me, because it's very dark in here. Okay, so we could have, like, maybe not a second floor, but we could have a little balcony there, with, like, a storage room-esque vibe to it. Anyway, how's this looking? Not terrible. It looks flat, even though it's supposed to be 3D. Like, from this angle, it looks a bit flat. Maybe that's because I'm a bit far away from it, but I don't know. I think we can fix it with fences and stuff. Yeah, sure, something like this. Just because I think it will add in a bit, maybe a bit of light, you could say. It looks like a face. It's the only thing I can think about right now. Maybe I dump the top one as well. Like that. Maybe. You may be asking, Hermit, why ain't you using the glass? I want to use the glass here, because I never really got to use it in my other build. So I'll show you in a bit, but I wanted to do this in my main house, but never really had the space for it. So over there, that big 3x2 window was meant to be an X, or a plus sign, but it never ended up being it because it just didn't look good. And then we've got that now. It's peculiar. You know, it's a peculiar design for a base, or for a little fishing hut. That's just how it is, I suppose. Maybe give it a bit of depth by... I'm not normally a fan of doing it like that, but I guess it does give it depth. Maybe I can do some other kinds of decoration. Oh, I mean, if it looks too flat, I could add barrels on the outside, because this is at the heart, at the core of everything. What we've got here is a fishing hut, okay? It's not a home, it's a fishing hut. If we just, just something like that, because this is not a house, it's a fishing hut. It's a place of work where people need to be efficient, not aesthetic. I do kind of want it to be a bit more forward. I don't know what I'm doing with these fences, I'll be honest with you. Does that look good? Ooh, maybe. Act like maybe a bit of a brace, like that. I think I need an extra slab on that one. Yeah, because it doesn't connect up. Sometimes I can't help but laugh at my builds. Okay, how about this? So I said I wanted to make it look all, practical. So, if I do this, okay, and this can be, if we put some gate fences, a little storage room on the outside. I might be just overdoing it and overthinking all of this, but I think this is a sort of trust the process kind of build, and it might actually get me somewhere. Because I reckon that could be a decent storage room in here, like this. And then we'll obviously need more barrels, but the barrels work nonetheless. And then we can at the least get something like this going. And then, I don't know, maybe this is like where they hold the bait, the chum. We can put some water or something in there. Make dye it red. That's only bedrock. Never mind. I am now no longer a fan of this sort of thing. I'm thinking maybe get rid of it, because we've got too much going on with the fences now. Because, it's kind of like baking a cake. You don't want too many eggs in your cake because it will just ruin the cake. So that sort of thing looks nice, I would say. And then maybe if I want this staircase thing to be real and to look okay, we can make it an exterior staircase to get into the house or into the hut. Like this. Has that? And it's gone... Wow. Maybe we want this one here instead. Okay, and granted we're next to this window, but you'd have something like that. We need to raise it up by one. Something like that. In which case we delete that. We have something like that going. So... I don't know, I want this to be lived in. As the world grows, my wants and wishes for it grow as I get more committed to it. But I want this to look lived in, I suppose. I don't know how I feel about this though, because actually that's just a door going into nothing, isn't it? I feel like there's not much point in putting a door there. I could put a door on the other side, maybe. Arguably, I feel like I should use iron railings for this. Like proper iron. Iron bars, I should say. I mean, we now have lots of iron, so we can use it in our base designs. these make a bit more sense to have, maybe. We'll see how they look, because you do lose out on accessing it if you use complete iron. Okay, I don't think that's bad. He's baiting me. The man's actually baiting me. Yes. Okay, we've got a villager in there. We have the fisherman. The fisherman's in there working away in his little shed or something. Anyway, so that's one thing we've added to the exterior. But maybe we could just add like a pile of something over there. Maybe a bit of hay bales. It doesn't really make sense, I don't think, for what the, we're going for. It's a fishing hut. I don't know why there'd be hay bales, but I don't really know what you have in a fishing hut. Fish, bait, fishing rods. Other than that, not massively sure. There you go. Maybe it doesn't really make sense having it there, but it is at least something to look at. Maybe we need to put down an oak fence to make sure this doesn't all topple over in the wind. Something like that. Just to make it realistic, I guess. Yeah. Maybe we put it on the top in a 1-to-1 ratio with the hay bales. So, 3 oak fences for 3 hay bales. Let's work on the exterior before we work on the interior, I think. So we'll add a bit of depth by... This is a little tactic. I didn't create this, obviously. It's commonly used. I've seen it in videos and whatever. Just for a bit of depth. Wait, I think you're meant to use stone. A bit like that. There you go. Now it's more flush, maybe you could say, with the door. Maybe this is where we go more eager with the oak fences. And then, maybe I want some plants growing. I want it to be, like I said, lived in. I said a workplace originally, but it can be both. So I do something like that and get some trapdoors around it. Granted, they're oak trapdoors. They're not the best looking ones, but, I think building in Minecraft is all just about what do you want out of this build? What are you trying to convey? What is the point of this build? Then when we're in here, we can look out at the whatchamacallums. Oh, I'll use slabs. It's cheaper in it. Like that. I want some lanterns in here. I think they would fit the vibe better than anything else would. There we go. And this will add me just that little bit of height, that half block of height. So it will also give me loads of space up there if I use half slabs instead of full oak blocks. Okay, how... is this going to be a full second floor, do you reckon? Or are we not doing that? And then we have like a ladder going up or something. Something like that. And then we can have our little ladder going up. Then we need some fences. Safety first and all that. Oops. And then we've got access to up here now. And this can be maybe sleeping quarters. It's a fishing hut, but it can also be a home simultaneously. Yeah, I reckon we turn that into a bedroom, actually. With a bit of storage as well. Something like that. Little chest there. And then on this little side maybe, or there, we can have some barrels. Or like a little shelf up there with, yeah, because that's a full block. So we can have some barrels there. Like that, maybe. Or for a bit of variability, something like that. Nah, let's keep it both pointing the same way. And then we can have a lantern underneath it, maybe. So, there's plenty and plenty of storage in this house that we're doing. I don't really know what to put there. It feels a bit bare. Oh, we can put a cauldron. It can be a wash basin where he washes his face. There you go. This will save on my torches. Oh, no! I can put one there. Okay, so this is the upstairs. And then on the downstairs, we can have a couple more barrels. I'm going very barrel heavy, I'm aware. Something like that. And then I want another wash basin. And then we can have an armour stand, maybe. That, and we can put some chainmail armour on it. We have loads of chainmail. Maybe we do iron. Yeah. Thing is, I don't know the time zone. Or I don't know what era of time I've been building this world in. So it might be completely normal. He could be a Viking. Why wouldn't a Viking have armour, even if he's a fisherman? They might go plundering at any moment. I think the inside is the best bit of this build, I'll be honest with you. That's completely subjective though. You guys might like the exterior compared to the interior, but I like the interior quite a bit. Now we need to build the port. There's loads of fish in this little river, so it's good to know that our fishermen won't go out of business. I don't want it to be too big of a port. It's not even a port. What is this called? I don't know. But maybe I should do it only 3. I don't want it... I don't think it's going to span the whole house. Maybe if we do something like that, maybe it will look a bit more proportional. No, this needs to be a 3 width kind of build, I reckon. That's what all good ports are. Maybe. I might be making that up. Because I need some bit on the side to put in the oak logs for the support of the port itself. I know it's a game without physics, but it needs to arguably look a bit realistic. There you go, like that. No, I don't know. I think with or without it looks fine. And we can do that there to make it dip a bit in. Create it. My girlfriend's phoning probably. Yes. You'll never guess what I'm doing, bro.
What?
Do you want to have a spoiler for a Minecraft video? No. Okay. My girlfriend is like a avid viewer of the series.
Is your mic on though?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hello everyone.
There you go. Okay. Alright, bye-bye. Anyway, back to being a super cool dude who plays Minecraft. This side isn't really, I've not done anything with, but I don't know what to do with it just yet. The interior looks really good, I feel. I actually really like the interior. Well, this side is a bit bare, but I don't plan on seeing it much, and I'll fix it in a future video. And this looks good. There you go. So, Ganglang, I don't know if this is enough for one video. If it's not, I'll record some extra stuff of doing, I don't know, whatever. But yes, I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed my building of this little port. Not this port, this little fishing hut. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Oh, that looks a bit rubbish. I might change that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Bye, guys.